Hello, machining 1343. This is Machine Shop Mathematics. This video will walk you through the syllabus. So you should all have been assigned, registered for this course. So let's get started on this. My name is Michael L. Young. I'm the Director of 6 Career and Technical Education Programs at the Cypress Center. I am also the instructor for this course. Now, this is a 100% online course. This is my office phone number. If you need to contact me, you first email me, and because I'm in and out of my office all the time. This is my email address. This is what you will email all your communication to from your Lone Star email account. And again, this is a 100% online course. So this is the department, division, and contact. If you have a problem with this course, the first person you need to contact is me. I've never had a problem in any of the courses that I teach where we could not sort out our problems. We're here to make sure that you get through this and learn the skill sets. Dean Sellers, Bridget Sellers is, yeah, it's a typo. Is the dean, Bridget Sellers. This is her email address, bridget.c.sellers@lonestar.edu. All right, watch this syllabus video and the walkthrough D2L. It'll be on the video list. You will get it emailed to you. It will also be in your D2L. As of making this video, there are 2 students in this class that need the D2L orientation. I have sent you an email to that effect. Therefore, do it, because at the official day of record, if you still need orientation, then I'm going to drop you from the course. All right, this is the description of the course. It's right out of the catalog. It's designed to prepare the student with technical applied mathematics that will be necessary in future machine shop related courses and field service technician stuff. This is also a alternative course for Tech'em. There are no prerequisites. This needs to be removed, departmental approval. But that's right out of the catalog, so I don't know what to tell you. And there are no prerequisites, like I said. Convert to fractions. These are your student learning outcomes. You're going to convert fractions to decimals and back. You'll identify conversion methods of numbering systems. You're going to use algebra, geometry, trigonometry, formulas to solve measurement problems. And you'll use any other formulas to solve measurement problems also. Now, if you do exactly what I say in those videos and follow my instructional videos, you will not have a problem with the algebra. Algebra comes from the Arabic word algebra. This side of the book equals that side of the book. If there's an equal sign in the equation, it's algebra. I don't care what anybody's taught you. And yes, we've all been beat up by the evil math nun in school. All right, geometry is from 2 Greek words, geometry, and trigonometry is also from Greek, dealing with angles and such like that. All right, let's get on with it. There is no book required for this course. Everything you need is in D2L. Optional text and materials. This is the new format for the syllabus. It's called Simple Syllabus. It's not that simple, but it's Lone Star. What can I say? You're going to need a calculator. I happen to like the Casio FX260 10-digit solar scientific calculator. I've got about 3 of them. They're cheap. They work really well. They've got everything you need to do engineering and scientific stuff. And everything you need to do for this course. Last I saw them, I think they were like $12 or something on Amazon. I've got several. I've got one that stays in my machine. It's a toolbox in my machine shop at the house. All right. Now in Windows, there is a calculator, and you might get by with that. Okay. Let me drag the screen over. This is the Windows calculator, and scientific. I like the scientific, but it's got all kinds of stuff. Use the scientific deal. It's got all the trig functions. Here's your trigonometry functions. I use this calculator in those instructional videos, so you will see how you switch back and forth between the inverse of these and how to use the Holy Trinity of trig. And don't get all freaked out. I have not lost a student yet. You follow Uncle Mikey's trig for poets, and I promise you, you'll be fine. All right. Technology requirements. This is a 100% online class. Lone Star expects you to be digitally wired into the world, and you can read this. I'm not going to read it to you. You are expected to use computer technology. If you can't, you need to go take a basic computer course. Drop this course because it's 100% online, and you won't be spoon-fed. Important course dates. You'll find that here in the in this calendar. ODR doesn't mean anything to you, except that's when you'll get automatically dropped if you haven't logged into D2L, or if your D2L still shows you as needing orientation. And MDR's midpoint day of record, that doesn't mean anything to you. I have to do something on those days. October the 1st is the last day to drop this course. I would not drop this course without talking to me first. You may not be doing as bad as you think. All right, Labor Day, September 1. That is a Monday. It doesn't really affect us since we don't meet. It's 100% online. Let's see. The first habit paper, we'll get into that. There was a video on Covey's habits. And exam 1 is due on 8/31 by 23:59 hours. Follow the instructions in the video. Follow the instructions in the syllabus. You will email me the PDF titled like it's supposed to be for your exam 1 and your handwritten calculations. And same with the habit. It'll be a 2-page type PDF of habit 1. Watch the habit 1 video. All the instructions are there. Habit 2 is due on this date. Exam 2 and habit 3 is due here. Habit 4 is due on this date. And exam 3 and habit 5 is due on this date. Exam 3 is a hard exam for many, so get on it early. And exam 4 and habit 6 are due here. And the final exam in habit 7 is due here. And that will be due on 10/15. That's a Wednesday. That's about 10 days from exam 4. Now, all these exams are already populated in D2L, and you can work on them. You can work ahead. You don't have to wait for the exact date. In fact, I've had some students that finish this course early. As soon as you get me all the Covey papers and all your exams, then you're good to go. This is just a tentative. Deal. So on the first week, you're going to be preparing for exam 1. You'll be watching the videos off the video list. This just gives you an overview of what's in that, okay? And ignore any dates that are in here. I did not yank last fall's date out of here. So, I didn't proof this very well, did I? Okay. All right. All right, exam 1 is really due on this Sunday, 8/31/2025. Okay? So, follow the calendar. This is all in D2L. When you open it up, it's in your syllabus. And that's all I can tell you. Let's read on down through here. Okay? All right. This is auto-populated by the simple syllabus deal. Final exam and your project date. And we've already talked about when your final exam is due and your last Covey paper. How is your grade going to be determined? It's real simple. You have 7 2-page typed Covey papers, 1 on each of the 7 habits. The book for Covey is in D2L. It's a PDF. You can start on page, I think it's 31. It's where the first habit starts. You don't even have to read the whole book. Just go to habit 1, read habit 1, and pick some of the points in habit 1, and then do a reflection paper. How does it affect you? How are you going to use it? How do you feel about that? And I don't care if you don't like it, and I don't want to hear any complaints. Or don't send me an email stating this isn't an English class, because it's not an English class. I'm not going to grade these papers like an English paper. I'm going to grade it like a reflective paper. If I can tell you read it, and you're reflecting upon what he said in that habit, then you're fine. I've had students that have finished all 7 habits in 4 weeks, and then they went and worked on the exams. Now, so, all 7 papers, habit papers, are a total of 812 points. That's 40.3579% of your grade. They're roughly, you can work it out. What is that? 116 a paper or something like that. All right. Okie doke. The exams are 4 major exams that are already in D2L, so you can get on them early if you want. And they're worth 100 points apiece. And then the final exam is worth 800 points. And so your 4 major exams is 19.8807%, and your final is 39.7614%. So, and if you do the course evaluation, you'll get a notice in your iStar to do your course evaluation. You go in there and do the course evaluation, and then send me a screenshot. Use the snipping tool, and email it to me. I'll give you 10 extra points. We read those course evaluations, and I don't care what you say about me or this course. We read them, and we've actually made some corrections and changes to courses we teach based on what the students have said. It's that simple. It's 10 extra points. All right. Let's see. Instructor course policies. These are my specific policies for this course. You are responsible for knowing and following the guidelines related to all the online links below. This course is an 8-week. Actually, it's only 7 weeks and 2 days. It's 100% online. It's crucial that you, the student, read what's posted in this syllabus, D2L, and in your email, and follow the directions of me, your instructor. You are expected to adapt, overcome, and persevere if I send an email to the class and we're going to change directions a little bit. Sometimes we've had to do that in the past because the class was having problems. If you follow my videos, do exactly what I say, because the videos or the review for the exam, that's the lecture. It's the same as if I did this face-to-face. Each one of those exams builds on the next one, and they all build to the final. The final is just one machining project. So it's a drawing you're going to go through and do calculations. But you'll have to have all the previous skill sets that are attested through the previous exams. It's just that simple. The final exam in this course is the system-wide test-out exam for this course. Now, let's talk about that exam. If you go to exam 1 and you do exam 2 and you've done all your covey papers and you're on track, and you jump ahead and do the final, you make an A on the final, I'll give you an A for the testing portion of the course. You still owe me the papers. All right, attendance. This is an online course. I have no way of knowing how much you're working except by your test scores will tell me and what you're doing with your covey papers. Industry uses covey to teach their people soft skills, and the reason we introduced covey as a sideline in this course is because our advisory council from industry wanted it. So get over it, get on it, get it done. Again, I'm not going to entertain any complaining emails if you're having to write a paper. I'm not asking you to do it like an English paper. All right. Communication. You're to use your Lone Star email only to communicate with me and to turn in any submittals required. Do not use the email in D2L or your personal email. I don't want nothing from billybob@gmail.com. Electronic devices, it's not applicable. It's an online course. Assignments. The required assignments, exams, and videos are delineated in the syllabus. It's delineated in this syllabus, and you've seen the due dates. The videos are already posted and instructional guidelines. They're in YouTube and they're subtitled. So if you need closed caption or whatever, just click on the closed caption icon in YouTube and you will have that. Those videos, you can pause them, replay them, and they go right in line with the bloody test. All right, check your email twice a day and respond to any email I send you within 24 hours. Failure to submit any 2 assignments, including but not limited to exams, will result in you being dropped from this course. We don't have time for you to fall behind. You fail to submit 2 assignments, I will drop you. All right. If you know before the due date and or have an emergency, you need to contact me before the due date. If you didn't submit it when it's due, don't send me an email the next day saying I didn't submit it. I know you didn't submit it because I don't have it. But if you know beforehand you're going to miss a due date, you get with me, just like you would your employer. Okay? I've had students with all kinds of excuses. Had one, his wife had a preemie baby. They gave birth real early before it was due. And he was going to miss an exam and a paper. And I told him, I said, all right, you've contacted me. You have access to everything online. You go take care of your family. La familia es el base, this is Texas. And you stay in contact with me on how their progress is and how your progress is, and we'll work with you. And I gave him a couple of extensions, and he passed the course with an A and went on with his career. All right. You treat this like a professional job and like an adult, and we will work your problem out. I've never had a student yet who came up with an emergency that we could not work something out. I even had one that was in a hospital for a week and a half. And had his mother, he signed a HIPAA form for his mother, and I would send his mother stuff so he could study when he could in the hospital. And he was behind about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but he caught up, and he passed, and got his field service technician certificate, and he's making over $100,000 a year repairing elevators with that level 1 certificate. All right, the 7 Covey reflective papers. A reflective paper is just how that strikes you. It's all going to be different. Everybody's paper will be different. You write it like you speak. I don't care. Okay? Again, this is not English 1301 or 1302, and I'm not going to grade it like that. All right? Now, word of warning. I know if AI did your paper for you. I've run all this stuff through ChatGPT and the other AI. I know if AI did it. And I will go medieval on you if you submit me an AI-generated paper. So just read the habit, pick about 3 or 4, follow the video on Covey, and you'll see. All right? Each 2 full-page typed single-spaced word processed reflective paper. 12-point font max, 1 paper per habit is due. 1 2-page full paper is due no later to me than the Sunday by 23:59 hours. In the instructional outline, you're going to title your PDF your last name underscore first initial underscore habit X, like habit 1, habit 2, habit 3, habit 4, etc., etc., etc. And then you will email that as an attachment to my email address, michael.l.young@lonestar.edu. This reflective paper is your personal reflection of how each habit strikes you, how it affects you. Everyone's paper is going to be different. There is a video on this assignment. You may do these habits early. I already told you I had one that finished it in 4 weeks. Each habit paper, if completed as per the instructions, are worth 116 points each. Failure to submit a complete 2-page paper and you will receive 0 points. There will be no partial credit for the papers. I can tell if you use AI to generate the paper, and if you do use AI and submit it, you will get a 0 and be subject to academic discipline according to Lone Star College's academic integrity policy. Watch the video and just do your work. Do your own work. No, this is not an English course. Again, this is in writing. And no, I will not grade them as an English paper. They are your reflective papers and your thoughts. You want to do an outline for them? I don't care. I will not accept late work. Signed work is due. Email to me at my Lone Star email address, michael.l.young@lonestar.edu by 23:59 hours on the Sunday of the week it was posted, due per the syllabus. Exams as late work. I will not accept late work. Assigned work is due. Email to me at my Lone Star email address, michael.l.young@lonestar.edu by 23:59 hours on the Sunday of the week it was posted, due per the syllabus. Example. Exam 1 is posted due 8/31/2025. It is due back to me with your handwritten work, not typed work. I'm not going to accept typed calculations for your work. Follow my videos. You will see how I handwrote every one of those things to build the instructional outline videos for this course. Okay. Your exam submittal will be in one document file, PDF, with your name and exam number as the title to the file. Example. Yes, this is going to come as a surprise, right? Last name underscore first initial underscore exam 1. The exams are fillable PDFs. They're fillable, okay? And they're all in D2L. You will save that in that file format, and you will submit the exam on the PDF exam form as a PDF and send it along with a PDF of your work, so titled last name underscore first initial underscore exam work underscore work. If I cannot read your handwritten work, you will receive no credit. I will not accept multiple image files from you. If you can't figure out how to create a PDF of your work, Google it. Some people take their little mighty fine smartphone and they photograph each page. But if you send me a postage stamp size image, you didn't send me your work. If I can't read it, you get no credit. That's simple enough. Everybody's got access to a PDF reader. You can either do PDFs through Edge, or you can get there's many ways to get that. All right. You can fill it out with Edge. Open a PDF up. All right. Where are we at? The work, right? Yeah. If I can't read your work or your submittal, you're going to receive no credit. You send me a bunch of image files, you didn't send me your work. You'll get no credit. No submitted calculation work with your exam, and you will receive no credit. I do not care how simple the question is. No computational work, and you will receive no credit, even if your posted answer is correct. Now, do y'all understand that? I don't care if the question is 1 plus 1. You will do it exactly like I did in the video. Okay. All right. Instructions for this is in D2L via the posted videos, YouTube links I send you. Your submitted calculations will be handwritten. Again, I will not accept typed calculations. You must prove your answer is the result of your calculations. Now, there have been instances where the student got the exact right answer in his calculations, and his calculations read like mine, where I can read them and follow, and for some reason, the student put the wrong bloody answer on the answer form, but he had it right in his work. He got partial credit for it. I didn't give him full credit because you should have had the emotional capital to transfer the right number over. Even though you hand-did the calculations, if you plug the wrong answer in to your CNC program, you're going to crash the machine. So, I read your calculations. All right. Makeup exams. This is an online class. All the exams are posted in D2L from the start of the class, along with all the videos and reference materials. They will be found in folders titled by the week of coverage. There's nothing keeping you from working ahead and doing multiple exams if you are ready. In fact, again, if you think you can make a 90 or better on the final exam, do the final exam and submit it as long as you're on track and on schedule with all the other assignments. You miss any assignment, any single deadline, and this early acceptance of the final is negated for you. In other words, if you miss a paper and or an exam submittal and then turn in the final ahead of the other exams, I'm not going to accept it. If you were on schedule with the papers and exams, jump ahead and do the final if you think you can do it. Make a 90 or better, and again, I will give you an A for the testing part of the course. However, all those Covey papers are due, even if you finish the final early. Now, there's no makeup for any exam. All the information you need is in the optional book. Well, there is no optional book. Online and through all the videos posted. Instructional videos are all on YouTube, and the links in the video file on D2L and the email you were sent. The YouTube videos are all captioned. If you need that, I've already told you that by clicking the caption icon. Syllabus disclaimer. I can change the syllabus and the scale and anything else I want in this course if I deem it's necessary. You will, however, be told what we're changing and how we're changing it and why we're changing it. You don't get a say in the matter. You just are expected to adapt, overcome, and persevere. Now, our goal is to get you through this with these skill sets. There are no got-yous in this course. By the time you get to that final, and oh, by the way, the review for the final exam is exactly the final exam. It's just got different dimensions. So your answers will be different. So in the review for the final exam video, you will see what I'm talking about. There are no got-yous in this class. You're not going to be surprised. I think that's ignorant to do that in any kind of educational situation or a training situation. The goal is to get you trained. All right. So in the next 8 weeks, you're going to be exposed, and hopefully you're going to learn mathematical relationships and formulas. You'll see that mathematical relationships and human relationships, they're very similar. Linear equations, algebra. Oh no, not algebra. Yes, algebra. If it's got an equal sign in it, it's algebra. You'll be doing algebra, but don't tell anybody because this is machine shop math, okay? And then the math geeks are going to get all hooty snooty, but you'll be doing algebra. It's real simple stuff. Follow my videos. You follow Uncle Mikey's guidelines, you'll be fine. You're going to do 2- and 3-dimensional geometry, trigonometry, and you'll be doing Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system is your XYZ. Every long-range shooter, I compete in bench rest and 1,000-yard prone rifle competition. You use the Cartesian coordinate system to dope your stuff. Artillery does it, okay? All your CNC machines, all your machining is done, even manual, in the XYZ system. It's named after Rene Descartes. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I'm alive. All right. Hopefully you learned something about yourself and your fellow Lone Star citizens. You probably already figured out I'm not right in the head, but that's okay. All right. What does it take to be successful? Your employer is going to tell you to be a moral and ethical machinist and employee. Your employer is going to tell you to possess both the hard skills and the soft skills, and that's why we're doing Covey. You will be hired on your aptitude. I mean, it's what you can do for me, your performance skills. And you're going to get fired because of your attitude, your lack of integrity, ethics, and morals. Your instructor, director, and employer is going to tell you to develop and embrace the following distinctions. Motivation, the ability to work with others, the ability to focus on tasks, self-regulation, self-esteem, and the ability to defer gratification. This is also referred to as emotional capital. Now, what's deferred gratification? Well, if I can't afford a high-dollar new truck, then I'm going to buy a used truck, something I can afford, until I can afford to get the super-duper truck. Now, we all understand that these values demand that we hold this entire math conversation, okay, in a professional manner. We respect our fellow human beings with humility and love. Since we don't have face-to-face communication in here, you know, we're talking about sending poison emails, okay? We call that digital disinhibition, where you think you're 10 feet tall because you're on a computer screen. Your instructor and director is going to tell you most of all, you got to have desire. It doesn't matter what you're going to do in life. You got to have the desire. You need to forget the past and be willing to create your new future of limitless possibilities, and all it takes is desire. And since we're in Texas or Tejas, we're going to call that ganas, the fire in your belly. Now, with all of this, let's begin this incredible conversation of real math, applied math, math that we can actually do something with. Okay? Again, you follow the videos to the letter. Every step to do every exam is in those instructional videos, step by step. All right. Rest of this stuff in this simple syllabus is the boilerplate. There are links you can go to this stuff. I don't care. Why the simple syllabus truncated is beyond me. They're still trying to figure this bloody thing out. Okay? All right. I didn't buy it and didn't approve it. There was nothing wrong with the way we used to do the syllabus, in my opinion. And again, here's another run at the tentative course schedule. All right? If y'all have any questions at all, send me an email. And most likely, what happens in the emails that I get, this is what I've done in the past. If one of you has a question, there's probably several of you that do. So what I do is I'll just send the answer to the question that I got asked to the whole class, not naming who asked the question. I will send the original questioner an email personally back with the answer, and then I will say, hello class, there has been a question arose about X. And here's the answer to the question about X. So, all right, that's enough of this. One day they may get this simple syllabus thing fixed. All right, we're at 36 minutes and 53 seconds. All right, we'll see you on the next video. The next one will be walk the D2L in the current D2L format. We have to make a new one for every semester. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Now, everything else in those videos that are already posted were done years back, during COVID, after COVID, re-edited. So you'll ignore any dates on any of the video notes, okay? Those dates don't matter. What dates matter is the tentative course outline. All right? Okay. All right, we'll see you on the next video.